after climbing that great hill, I realized that when you get to the top of that hill that you've been struggling to climb, you're going to realize that there are other ones that are coming and they're even higher than that one. So that hill that you're struggling with was just, preparing for the next one that is coming, that will need more of your strength and more of your resilience.
We see 100%, we work 100%, we care 100%. We are going to varsity. We are going to varsity. Destination is varsity. Destination is varsity. Varsity. Destination varsity. Destination is varsity. We see 100%. We work 100%. We care 100%.
Subscribe to our channel, like our videos, turn on the notification button because the destination is varsity. Yes.
My name is Boitumelo D.Molefe, and I was told I was gonna go first. First of all, I'd like to say I like the introduction. I mean, super intelligent. Who doesn't want to be super intelligent? So that was a surprise there. I'm not gonna talk a lot. I'm just gonna share my university journey. As you can see, this is the cover slide of my presentation. That is me there on the picture. I don't know if I still look the same. This was taken, I don't know, end of 2020. So yeah, like I said, this is just gonna be a summarized version of my university journey and see if any of the learnings that I had during my university journey can be useful for you as you go into your second semester. So I'll tell you a little bit about me. So Boitumelo is a 23-year-old female. I was born in Mafikeng on the 31st of December. I really like singing and baking and sewing, and I try to do as much of this as I can in my free time. I went to the University of Cape Town between 2017 and 2020, and I got my degree in chemical engineering. I'm currently a second-year engineer in training at SASO, and I also do part-time study deliveries and also nails. My time at university was almost all of it was taken up by academics because engineering. Other aspects of it included my rest life and other extracurricular activities that I took part in, and Mjolo, etc. But anyway, I spent most of my time attending lectures and tutorials on campus, of course, for which I'd say the result of my performance was very average and just enough for a pass. I tried to attend all the res events that were organized and spent a lot of my time at res, with my friends. And my heart was in the choir life. Although I did participate in other societies and went to church way more than I do now. I wish I could say I sailed through university, but I didn't. In fact, I'm glad that I didn't, as the lessons that I learned through this journey are very invaluable. It's one of those things where there's no other way but through. And having experienced this at an early stage in my life is, what I consider a privilege. So, what are some of these challenges that I faced? Well, when I first got here, I thought 8 a.m. lectures are the worst of my problems, but soon discovered that, the lecture recordings, I can always catch up on the parts of the lectures that I missed. And then when it came to studying to attempt to clear the confusion that came with attending the lectures, I thought I'd found, what works for me, or the study style or environment that works for me, until the first test results came back. And that was first of many of the failures that would come. And I think for me, the biggest challenge I had to face was to learn to overcome these throughout my university journey. Um, Failing in university, especially coming from high school, being a high performing student, made me feel like maybe I'm not smart enough or not deserving to be there, or even like I will not make it, I'll make it out with a degree eventually on this journey. I remember feeling very uncertain about whether I'm on the right path, and not because I didn't want to study engineering anymore, but because I was failing at it at that moment. And this like paralyzed me at times when I had to face exams or tests, projects or assignments, etc. So obviously I had to do something about it if I wanted to complete each year successfully and complete my degree. This coach is here just to say there's nothing wrong with failing or not reaching your goals, but what matters is the actions that you take to rise above it. So now I'm sitting at the lowest of my lowest in the history of my academic life. And I had to find ways to climb out or at least just survive while I'm in this pit. I then sought out the resources that I knew that I had available to me, like speaking to other senior students that are in my degree who've already passed through the phase that I was in, and finding out how they got through it, using the faculty provided counselors and mentors. All of them, gave me resources that I needed to actually go through this, but I still got overwhelmed, even with all the tools that I needed at hand. So I realized that procrastination was actually my biggest hurdles, and I had to find ways not to postpone my work until it was due for submission or I had no time left to prepare for a test or an exam, because I realized I'm not one to just, grasp things on the go and, know everything that's going on. I need to take time to actually understand what's going on in order for me to retain the information, which is all easier said than done. One of the best mind shifting life coaching sessions I attended was with Disapele Mokgashana, who was a life coach and lecturer at UCT at the time. And she used to say to me that procrastination is like self-sabotage. And that's how I found out that I was actually in a perfectionism procrastination loop, where because I was so used to performing well in high school, subconsciously in my mind, I'll tell myself that I would rather do nothing than do something or put effort into something that will fail or won't yield the exact results that I want. And I mean, we can talk about procrastination the whole night. I'm sure all of us have done it at some point, and at that moment you convince yourself it's the right thing to do. You're like, nah, just gonna watch one more episode, or just I'll study at 3 a.m., but you wake up, it's 8 a.m. But the lesson here is that you need to identify what's holding you back, even if that thing is yourself. So was going through all of that worth it at the end of the day? I would say it definitely was. And not because I would say it's the best thing that has ever happened to me, but thank God it did, because after climbing that great hill, I realized that when you get to the top of that hill that you've been struggling to climb, you're going to realize that there are other ones that are coming and they're even higher than that one. So that hill that you're struggling with was just, preparing for the next one that is coming, that will need more of your strength and more of your resilience. Uh, I could talk about this journey the whole night and break it down bit by bit, but I think the greatest lesson that I've learned through this university journey is to be self-aware and knowing that it's okay to unlearn certain expectations that you have of yourself and learn what works for you. And I promise the victory it's worth it in the end, because once you are self-aware and you know why you are doing things, the end result will satisfy you. And once you build the resilience, it will all be worth it. Yeah, I think that's all for now. I'll hand over to the next speaker.
See 100%, we work 100%. Destination positive, destination is positive. We are going to varsity. We are going to varsity.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.